Alright, what's up guys? Ken Enga here. Um, just doing this little quick voiceover. Nothing too crazy really. It's just really cool. Getting used to the new equipment and everything that I've got. Playing some team deathmatch on Turbine using the PDW with the target finder. It's the very first time I ever used a target finder really. Wasn't really too fond of it. Didn't grow dependent on it, which is always good. Something I really don't truly need to be a good or a respectable COD player. I mean, um, nothing much really going on at the moment. I did build that Six Samurai deck, and it's really going well. I have everything separated. Just got to do the filming on that, so I can definitely piece that together. Whenever I do deck videos, I know lately, usually I do, have everything separated and then film it all together. Whereas now I think I'm going to start doing everything apart. Whereas, I'll have the monsters, the spells, and the traps all set apart, stacked, in an orderly manner that I like to present them. And then, of course, actually film it and as I go, present each card and its duplicates, if any, explain what it does fundamentally for the deck, things like that. I've got them all separated right there, nice and neat. Um, and the particular order that I do have, like the monsters, let's see, I do have, got them right here in my hands. I've got the 3 Keyzans on top with 2 legendary Six Samurai Kageki, 3 Kagamusha. I just like to put them in order of relevance, and how they correlate, and how else they do correlate with the deck in that order. Especially putting 2 key cards together like Kageki and Kagamusha, since they are like the bread and butter together. And then of course after Kagamusha, I do have the 2 elders, and then a little bit more backbone with the keys on. I've got the um, 3 Grandmasters, 1 Tekton Legendary Six Samurai Nishi, 2 Effect Veilers. You could probably bump it up to 3 Agors, and then 2 Surprise Tech cards that I actually added in. You'll have to watch the video to get the 2 monsters that I put in last on the monster card list, which is actually really um, pretty cool. It's just something that really runs fundamentally really great with the deck, since there's so much special summoning and so much fodder. I thought I'd go ahead and put it on there. And look at me. It took me forever. It took me 35 bullets to kill that guy. Can you believe that? So I'm terrible. Anyways, the spell lineup's pretty standard, of course. You start off with your Rhoda, Reinforcement of the Army. 2 Sheehan Smoke Signals, pretty much a staple in the deck. 3 Legend, what is it now? 6 Samurai United, which is always great. It's a draw engine. It's pretty awesome. Gotta love that. And 3 Asceticism of the 6 Samurai. Tremendous card. Works great with your Kagamusha and your Elder. Man, it's just really good. And then, of course, in the red and blue variant, which is something that's been intriguing me. I might just want to go ahead and build that as well sometime in the future with the, the red and blue couple. I forgot what their names are. I'll get back to you guys about that. But you know what I'm talking about. Billy Brake made that build really famous. Gotta love the red and blue. They work so great together. 2 Sheehan's Dojo, which is awesome. Sheehan's Dojo is just a great card. Since you're always normal and special summoning, you build up the Bushido counters like crazy and have them go off, and then proceed to bring out your monsters out of the deck. Exceed, Synchro. I really do like this deck mainly because you can make like Shock Masters repeatedly. It's just pretty retarded. And then of course you got the your staple spells at the very end: Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. Book of Moon is a staple for me, even though it's a one of like all the other cards, but it's a one of for a reason. It's one of the best -1s in the game. Really, it gives you so much versatility in one card. I wish it'd come back to 3, but I doubt that's ever happening anytime soon. And then the final card, nothing too special, but it's kind of like a rewind button, Pot of Avarice. Gotta really love that card fundamentally for what it does for the deck. You're always on the offensive with 6 Samurais, so you got to really appreciate how fast the deck can work for you. And if by chance you haven't won by turn 8, 8 or 10, something's horribly has gone wrong. More than likely, you will be able to hopefully pull that pot of hours from the top of your deck and utilize it, utilize it greatly. And then, of course, for the trap lineup, um, like I said, pretty much standard stuff. One copy of the double-edged sword technique. It requires 2 monsters, which can be a little bit iffy sometimes, especially if things kind of go, wrong. But you have to have 2. It's not just like up to or anything like that. Of course, the solemn warning, solemn brigade, 2 solemn warnings, and of course your stapled solemn judgment, which is always great. God says no all the time. And then, of course, 1 copy of Deep Prison and one copy of Fiendish Chain. Just a little bit of surprise tech in there. Not really a surprise, just really good tech. Most people probably run, 2 copies of either, but you can definitely go whichever way you want it. I definitely built a very aggressive build of this deck, not relying too much on traps as much as you would on your monsters, and getting card advantage the old-fashioned way in battle and stuff like that. The extra deck has yet to be really put together. It's just a big stack of stuff. Since really, I'm not really taking this competitively anywhere, but you gotta, be able to piece a 15-card extra deck. Shouldn't be too hard. It's gonna be pretty much even, half and half, exceeds and synchros. Well, what I have here stacked up together is pretty much your basic stuff like Naturia Barkion, Naturia Beast, Legendary Six Samurai Shien. You can't have this deck without this guy. This guy is the superstar of the deck. Um, I was thinking about running the Warrior Returning Alive, and I had like this other Chaos build of Six Samurais going with, what is it? Of course, your 2 Veilers, possibly 3, 1 Blackluster Soldier, a Chaos Sorcerer. Just trying to have a little bit of, darks and lights in there, but I mean, it just really didn't balance out every time that, I did get like the BLS in my playtesting. I could not bring him out with, for the lack of lights and darks in the grave. There's just too many earth monsters. Um, but that's definitely something that, you really couldn't do and or pull off, or it'd be hard to, and it'd be more of a liability than an actual, competitive edge. So I decided to take it out. And I really wanted it to work mainly because the Warrior Returning Alive, in some cases better than like Pot of Avarice, because you could practically get like 80% of your monsters back to your hand, or even like your exceeds like Shien back into the extra deck. And legendary, what is it? No, the Warrior Returning Alive works with BLS. The Warrior Returning Alive does not have a attack limit or level limit of any kind. So that's a huge benefit for that, since BLS is a warrior, and the Warrior Returning Alive just allows you to get any one warrior from your graveyard back into your hand, no matter what, and that's pretty much it. And you can run 3 of them, which is pretty sweet. I'd always be able to go, second chance with BLS and be very happy about that. Not to mention, being able to get other stuff. That's pretty much the deck, guys. Until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the game. Look at that, this dude running. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Gotta love the AN-94. Really hard to get used to that rifle, but it's a great rifle overall. Till next time, guys, peace. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Later. Rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.